Welcome to the Mystery College Podcast. Today, we're interviewing Ray Del Sol. Ray's the author of dozens of phenomenal books and also runs the Sur Academy, and he also has another amazing platform that he's launching very soon. Welcome to the show, Ray.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jake, for having me here today. So I'm very happy and grateful to take part in this interview today. Yeah, so a great opportunity to talk about the latest news and everything what is fascinating, interesting, challenging in these days.
Yeah, there's so much that's interesting and challenging these days. Last week, from the time we're recording this, like OpenAI released Sora, like a text to video generator. That was crazy. And so we're just talking about artificial intelligence before we started recording this call. And because times are crazier than ever, it's more important that we learn how to center and we go into ourselves. And then that's something you're mentioning and sharing about your new product launch or your new platform launch. I would love to hear more.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. Yeah, so indeed, we experience really challenging times in all aspects of life. And this calls us to work on our well-being, on vitalizing ourselves, on growing in spiritual terms, on getting to know who we really are. Yeah, so great chances, great opportunities, lots of challenges, and it offers a lot of transformation, change, and this is all necessary so that we can enter the golden age, which we are all looking for. Yeah, so I felt inspired to launch soon my new platform, The Path of the Mystic, with a focus on the mystical teachings. And mystical teachings mean that wisdom, that unconditional love, that compassion, that understanding, that the work on the refinement of the own personality are in the focus, and that these wonderful ideas can be supported by corresponding online courses which offer good to digest teachings in theory and practice. Yeah, so this is my present topic, my focus, and I'm very happy and glad to say that this platform is nearly ready to get started.
Fantastic. I'm really excited to participate, and I'm excited for other people to come aboard and participate as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Platform. And is the name yet to be revealed, or is there or when do you feel like the site will launch from the time of this recording?
Yeah. So my web designer and I, we are working very intensively on the platform. As you know it from your own mystery school, from your own platform, it is very challenging and complex to integrate all technical aspects and to make it look beautiful. Yeah, so I think at the end of February, regarding the start of March in 2024, so this year, we will be ready to give it a start, and we will have around 5 or 6 courses in English. And these courses will be translated also into the main languages. And so we have volunteers and supporters who will offer translation into French, into Spanish, into Italian, into Romanian, into German, so it will be a multilingual platform, and I'm very grateful and happy that we can do it like this, to reach as many people as possible, because not everyone speaks English or German. And it is my heart's desire to support all people as far as possible in their personal development, in their spiritual development. So it is really a big, fascinating project, and I'm very enthusiastic about it. Yeah, so a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I'm thrilled that there are people who are volunteering to make it happen. It's a testament to how much they are benefiting and how much value they're getting out of what they're learning with you, Ray. So yeah, that's wonderful. And I've read several of your books as well. Like I really enjoyed the Path of the Mystic book, as well as your auto suggestions or auto hypnosis for Franz Bardon's Initiation to Hermetics. Is there any tell me a bit about your latest publications or any of your favorite books that you've worked with or where you've seen students derive some of their best results from.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so thank you that you have read my books and that you appreciate them. So my intention was always to help all seekers on the path to get a better understanding of the theory, and to get hints for the practical training, and in this way to save precious time. So from my own experiences, so it is easy to waste months and years with the wrong training approach. And so I thought that it is nice to share hints to help people to accelerate their progress and to avoid mistakes. Yeah, and for some reasons, I was inspired to write a lot of books, meanwhile. So more than I ever expected, and it was not really my intention to write at all, but somehow it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and from my nearly 30 years of practical experiences, I have derived specific insights about techniques, technical approaches, and how to do special training to make things easier. Yeah, so for example, what I have called spiritual resurrection. Yeah, it is a simplified professional approach to work with the chakras in connection to the 4 elements or 5 elements. Yeah, so and when a student of Franz Bardon or the Hermetic arts and sciences integrates this additional training, then the main training of initiation into Hermetics can be easier. Yeah, or results can be achieved faster. Yeah, just by some extra knowledge, some extra exercises. Yeah, so and this shows my intention to make things easier, to accelerate progress, and to help students to avoid all mistakes, misconceptions, and so on. Yeah, so this is one book which I can recommend, especially for the practitioner. And then there are others which spread some light on specific topics. For example, the idea of mental magic. There is one book. Yeah, so it just shows the main points in working on the mental plane with the mind, with mental fields, how to do research in all kinds of topics, how to achieve goals. Yeah, so there are a lot of things which I have talked about in my books, and so it is a lot to read, but I hope that my books are supportive. Supportive in general to understand things, to understand God or the concept of God, the realms of the deities or the so-called angels, the human nature, the occult anatomy, and how we can create consciously, as we are creators like our Divine Father. So these are the ideas, and lately I have published books about the Knights Templar because I have old connections to the Templars, and a small book about the Golden Age and what we can expect or how we can prepare for this. So I'm inspired. I write a lot, and more books probably come. So it is interesting.
Yeah, that's absolutely interesting. And because I understand you are a prolific writer and you've written on so many amazing topics and concepts. Some books were pretty large, like very respectably sized volumes. And then some of them are more like half books where they're like 50 pages or 60 pages, right? But they go like super deep on one topic, so they're really beneficial as well. So I'm wondering what your vision is for some of the courses that you're creating too. Like, do you see yourself having some like quite large courses, and maybe some courses that are specific on like developing one skill or one ability or one state of consciousness?
Yeah, exactly. So what I cannot is to talk without content. So I'm compromising knowledge, techniques, and simplifying things. So it is all quite, how to say, accumulated or compressed knowledge, techniques, and so on. Yeah, so sometimes the books are big, sometimes not, just depending on the topic. And my online courses. So you know very well the teachings of Franz Bardon. So these teachings are the core of all my training, all my studies, all my research. So, and my wish or my intention is to rearrange these topics, these techniques, in a way that they are easier to understand, better to digest, and so that it is easier to put them into practice. Yeah, so Franz Bardon, he was a very serious teacher. Yeah, so very, very hard demands. Yeah, so you must do this, you must do that, you must achieve this goal. You must be something like Superman, superhero, and if you're not achieving this, there is no progress, there is no moving on to other techniques. Yeah, so a very hard attitude, very serious attitude. So, and if you occupy yourself with all these techniques and with other systems, you can come to the conclusion that life can be easier. Yeah, it can be easier than Franz Bardon has taught it, or has described it. Yeah, so for example, the vital energy exercises. Yeah, indeed, everyone can do them. Everyone can achieve mastery in vital energy breathing. Yeah, so without the preliminary training which Bardon describes. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's a matter of checking what makes sense, what is useful, what can help, or how to approach things. Yeah, so and let's take the vital energy breathing. Yeah, so if you do vital energy breathing as a normal human being, you can increase easily your vitality, your health, your well-being. You can empower yourself. You can increase your success in life. You can increase your resilience regarding um, diseases or things like this. Yeah, so it has a lot of benefits, and if this knowledge and these techniques are prepared in a good way, everyone can learn them. Everyone can become a master of vital energy breathing. Yeah, so this is just one example, and for the vital energy breathing, I have created 3 courses, yeah, so which are covering all techniques. And in these 3 courses, I show and explain the theory, also theory which is not explained in Bardon's books. And I offer also guided meditations. Yeah, so, and if you have a guided meditation, things are much easier again. Yeah, so if you have a teacher and the teacher offers you, for example, at first to learn the right meditation posture, yeah, so that you sit in a vertical, comfortable position and that you relax your physical body, that you calm down, that you release your stress and worries of the day, and then that you focus consciously on vital energy, that you become aware of the vital energy which is surrounding you, that you learn to inhale it, to exhale it, to fill yourself, to saturate yourself, and so on. Now, and these guided meditations are great to learn nearly everything, because you do not have to think about it, you do not have any problems, you just do what the teacher says. And in this way, you can learn easily and fast.
Wonderful. And if you were to explain the activity of pore breathing or vital breathing to anyone who was not familiar with Franz Bardon's work, or they're brand new to anything, they're like, say they go through your mystic school, they're wet behind the ears, they're completely new. Like, how would you explain and show them how to begin pore breathing? Like, what are the first steps to get them activated and on their way? Because it seems to be something that like many people have an issue with.
Yeah, so this could be. Yeah, so I simplify everything, and I also replace misleading terms. Yeah, so the term pore breathing is already misleading. Yeah, so, and in fact, recently I spoke with a student who tried over 6 years intensively to inhale and exhale vital energy through his pores. Yeah, so this is what I mean with misunderstandings, with wasting precious time. And so I told him, you can do it in a different way, in an easier way, and that it is not a matter of the physical body, but it is a matter of imagination and of the mental astral plane of existence. Yeah, so this means in this example of vital energy, I explain in the theory part that nature is filled with energy, and this energy we call vital energy because it is vitalizing, or it has vitalizing effects. on all beings, and that it is circulated, absorbed, and released by plants, by trees, by animals, by humans, that it is connected to the sun, to nature, that it is stored in lakes, that it is stored in the ground, in the earth, and that vital energy in its best quality can be found in nature. So every time we stay in nature, when we walk in nature, when we just enjoy nature, we are surrounded by fresh, vital energy. So naturally, without any effort we have to take, we are naturally surrounded. So, and then we can become aware of our breathing function. Yeah, so we inhale fresh air, we exhale the wasted air. And when we understand that we are naturally surrounded by vital energy, we can combine this breathing. Yeah, so we inhale fresh air, and at the same time we inhale fresh vital energy. And when we exhale the wasted air, we exhale energy, vital energy, wasted energies. Yeah, so just as a start. So, and during the course, we move on to wasted energies, ill energies, stress energies. Yeah, so that we combine the inhalation of fresh vital energy with the exhalation of ill energies, wasted energies, stress energies. Yeah, so we exchange the energies, and in this way we vitalize ourselves and we support our well-being and our health.
Well,
As an example.
yeah, that's excellent. And I really like the example you gave of that it's not like that, like when vital breathing, imagining that you're breathing through the entire surface of your body. It's the key word there being imagining, right? And then it's more of that than it is trying to, force your pores open and see yourself like literally becoming a sponge.
Yeah. So it's really hard to imagine, I have everywhere pores, millions of pores, and now I have to press somehow energy through them and somehow into the body. Yeah, so it is too difficult, too hard, and it doesn't work. So, and the easy professional approach is to know that it is all a matter of intention, and then of imagination. So this means we have the physical appearance, the shape, and we simply can imagine, okay, we have the same as a mental shape, a mental hollow shape or body, and it is easy to inhale the energies from all sides and to exhale them. Yeah, so this shift onto the mental plane makes everything easier, and it corresponds to the laws we apply. Yeah, so energy follows intention, follows the will, the command, imagination, and we do not work with the physical body. The physical body is supposed to rest in the meditation posture, and we are just working with the mind, with the mental plane, and with energies in general, and the astral plane. Well, so things are easier if you understand the correct approach.
Things are easier when you understand their correct approach. And because like when we're reading a book, when we're sometimes, especially when we're reading books that are from 70 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, the language that's used, or maybe the translation, like there's a lot of opportunities for misunderstandings to happen. And so it's really helpful when you have a teacher who, one, understands their original language or the source book, and two, is able to do the practices and then able to update the terms, the language. Buddhists had a term for this, and they call it expedient means. And I think it's definitely something that you've really had some mastery over, is being able to make these concepts, these practices accessible for the modern day viewer, the modern day reader.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so and here we have also the advantage to integrate higher techniques. Yeah, so for the mystical platform. Yeah, so this means let's take Akasha. Yeah, working with the Akasha principle, Akasha element. Yeah, so it comes very late. Yeah, we can say it is a master technique. Yeah, so for advanced students. So, but I already implement such ideas. Yeah, so this means we have the mental shape of the body for the core breathing. Yeah, the whole body breathing, as I call it, whole body. Yeah, so people can understand, I breathe with the whole body from all sides. So, and I implement the Akasha principle by saying that it is easy for the energy to enter and to leave. Yeah, so we have not this physical matter resistance, yeah, but we apply the Akasha principle. The energy can easily enter and it can easily leave. Yeah, so very simple, but very effective.
Very simple and very effective. Yeah, that's a really wonderful way to look at Akasha, which is typically a pretty advanced exercise and for to get to. So I'm wondering too, like if there's any other types of like techniques or things that you found that work really well for yourself or your students to help them progress with their path to being a mystic or path to being a magician.
Yeah, so the Akasha elemental or Akasha principle is one main super technique which can be applied for everything. And one thing which I also enjoy to use is the idea of projection. Yeah, so this means one approach is to stay in yourself and to inhale and exhale, regarding the example of partial energy breathing. But you can also project yourself in front of you as a mental shape and then let the shape inhale and exhale. Yeah, so this can be much easier, it can be more efficient. And if you focus on the Akasha point of your mental idea of yourself, then it is even more efficient. Yeah, so it can be very powerful. You can do this with the whole body. You can do this with organs. Yeah, to put out, for example, the liver or the lungs in front of you, hanging in the air, and then you focus on the Akasha point, the depth point of the organ, and just let it inhale, accumulate vital energy, or release, breathe out, exhale, ill or wasted energies. Yes. So just as an example, this is very powerful. And from my point of view, it makes a lot of sense to apply such master techniques very early to push the progress and to the results.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a wonderful technique for health and for vitality and for gaining a connection or relationship with our body, how it functions, and our internal organs. So I really like how you presented that. So I'm wondering too about some of the resources or that you provide when you are hired, when someone wants to work with you one-on-one as a coach, consultant, hypnotherapist, energy healer, and also like what type of, how do you take your clients through an experience towards them getting their desired result?
Yeah, so I have the fortune that I'm natural path for psychotherapy. So I have a good background. I'm a master of hypnotherapy, of past life therapy too. So leading clients back into former incarnations to find the causes for present problems and to offer healing. And these educations or trainings are great in combination with the spiritual background, spiritual techniques. Yeah, so a lot of healing, purification can be achieved together with sessions where the connection with God is strengthened. Yeah, the state of unity, so spiritual empowerment of the inner divine self. Yeah, so these are really great tools. And today in the morning, I had such a spiritual session with three persons at the same time in Paris. Yeah, so it works very well by using internet, Zoom, Skype, and so on. Yeah, so distance does not play any role, and the energies flow. Yeah, so great things are possible, and unfortunately, my time is very limited. So my focus is now to help as many people as possible by offering the online courses.
Mm. And speaking on time, our time here on this call is also a little bit limited too. So I really appreciate how generous you've been with sharing with our viewers and listeners all your amazing content and some really thoughtful techniques. So I'm wondering if there's anywhere that they can reach out to you for coaching, consulting services, as well as where can they follow you on social media, where can they enroll in your courses in the meantime, and where can they enroll with your courses in the future?
Yeah, thank you very much, dear Jake. As I've said, in the coming days, I will launch the new platform for the mystical path, and I will announce this on Facebook, on Patreon, on my Sura blog, and also on Instagram. And certainly everyone is invited to take a look on the new platform, on the nice new website which we are creating. And it is really my heart's desire that this platform offers a lot of benefits for everyone, that I'm able to honor my spiritual masters and God and everyone. Yes, so it will come all. And I'm quite sure if time allows, we will meet again, dear Jake, for another meeting podcast. Yeah. So thanks a lot for having me, dear Jake.
Thank you so much for being on. I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Yeah. Thank you. All the best to you, my dear brother.
Likewise.